The Gulf Cooperative Council states are practically dependent on hydrocarbons for survival. 50 years ago, there were probably little more than a few thousand people living in any given city in Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, or Oman. Now many cities in the area have grown into world-class metropolises, thanks to the oil and gas wealth of the region. In fact, 16% of the world's all known oil reserves are owned by Saudi Arabia alone. It also accounts for 15% of worldwide oil production, making it the world's second largest oil producer. And now, the Middle East just revealed their newest energy projects, which are set to be a game changer. But before we talk about this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Tech Revolution. So if you're ready, then let's begin. Recent years have seen unprecedented budget surpluses in Saudi Arabia and other Middle Eastern countries due to the rise in the price of oil and natural gas. In fact, the Saudi Arabian Ministry of Finance reported a $27 billion surplus in 2022, equivalent to 2.6% of the country's GDP. Spending is projected to be about 1.132 trillion riyals in 2022, while revenues will have reached about 1.234 trillion riyals. However, things were not always like this. Most GCC countries have suffered chronic budget deficits due to persistently low energy prices for quite some time. The S&P Global Ratings predicted that the combined deficits of the GCC central governments would reach almost $490 billion the following year. Meanwhile, the government's debt would increase by $100 billion, setting a new high point in 2021. Obviously, the outcome for these countries is far better than was anticipated, but they are still well aware of how oil and gas have become crucial to their economy. This is why Saudi Arabia and other Gulf Cooperation Council countries have embraced the energy transition and are investing in renewable energy. BCG's annual M&A report shows that the proportion of green energy agreements has increased to 10.3% from 1.1% in 2001. BCG also reports that in the first 3 quarters of 2022, the Middle East closed 283 green arrangements. This is an increase of 16% compared to the same period in the previous year, with a combined worth of $23.8 billion. The analysis predicts that a growing percentage of acquisitions would be driven by environmental factors despite difficult financial conditions. BCG's research also shows that green agreements worldwide produce more value than non-green deals, and the median relative total shareholder return of non-green agreements over 2 years is higher than that of green deals. Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates are now at the forefront of clean energy investments among Gulf countries. So now, let's look at the specific steps these two nations take to wean off oil and diversify their economies. Saudi Arabia's energy minister, Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman, caused a stir in the oil industry last year when he declared they want to extract every single drop of oil possible. However, Saudi Arabia has since made one of the most ambitious plans for clean energy called Vision 2030. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's Vision 2030 economic plan. The Saudi Arabian economic plan sets a target of 60 GW of renewable energy capacity by the end of this decade, and power plants that run on fossil fuels will have an installed capacity of around 80 GW. However, there has been little progress in deploying renewable energy sources in Saudi Arabia. Only 300 MW of utility-scale solar is already operational, and only 400 MW of wind generation is currently under development. You see, Saudi Arabia is an ideal location for producing renewable energy due to its vast, sun-blasted deserts and reliable Red Sea winds. Moreover, the Saudi Arabian National Oil Corporation, Saudi Aramco, shook the natural gas markets in 2021. And a press release stated that it would begin the largest shale gas production outside the US. Saudi Aramco said it wants to invest $110 billion within the next couple of years to explore the Fajura gas field. The government-owned business plans to begin Fajura natural gas production in 2024 and increase output to 2.2 billion cubic feet per day by 2036. Aramco declared 2 years ago that rather than liquefy the gas and ship it as LNG, it will instead be converted into a far cleaner blue hydrogen. Saudi Aramco also informed investors it will focus on hydrogen instead of LNG. The CEO of Aramco said the immediate goal for the country is to create enough natural gas for domestic consumptions to eliminate the need for oil in power plants. In addition, hydrogen will be produced from the leftovers. Blue hydrogen is manufactured through steam methane reforming or autothermal reforming with the CO2 recovered and stored. The effects on Earth's environment will be lessened when greenhouse gases are absorbed. Now, Aramco sent the first cargo of blue ammonia from Saudi Arabia to Japan in the year 2020. This is because Japan is actively seeking long-term partnership with reliable producers of hydrogen fuel, and Australia and Saudi Arabia are the top of their short list. However, the real deal breaker is that Helios has the potential to create green hydrogen that is less expensive than oil. Bloomberg New Energy Finance projects that the price of Helios might reach $1.50 per kilogram by the year 2030. Green hydrogen costs around $5 per kilogram, but this is even cheaper than gray hydrogen, which is produced by splitting natural gas. In the green hydrogen industry, Saudi Arabia has a significant competitive advantage because of the country's abundant sunshine, wind, and undeveloped territory. Furthermore, Germany has expressed a desire to purchase enormous quantities of green hydrogen. It's also hoping that Saudi Arabia will emerge as a major provider. Germany's government has pledged around $10.2 billion in hydrogen technology over the past 2 years to decarbonize the economy and reduce CO2 emissions. The government has even proposed constructing an electrolysis capacity of 5,000 MW by 2030 and another 5,000 MW by 2040 to manufacture fuel hydrogen. Europe's economic superpower has come to terms with the fact that it needs help. It needs low-cost suppliers like Saudi Arabia as it doubles down on green energy. As for the UAE, the first nuclear power plant in the nation has been officially commissioned by the Emirates Nuclear Energy Corporation. The Barakah Unit 1 is now the largest source of electricity in the UAE and has a capacity of 1,400 MW. In fact, full capacity was achieved in early December. Power is now constant, dependable, and sustainable around the clock. ENEC said the Barakah 1 is now spearheading the most extensive industry-wide decarbonization initiative in the UAE. The United Arab Emirates is solidifying its position in the energy transition by modeling Saudi Arabia's approach. Masdar, Abu Dhabi's sustainable energy company, also signed an agreement in April 2021 to establish a solar facility in Azerbaijan. Masdar has been developing its portfolio of renewable energy assets in 30 countries since its foundation in 2006. It has spent over $20 billion developing 11 GW of renewable energy sources, including solar, wind, and waste-to-energy. Masdar has also announced plans to bring its sustainable energy expertise gained elsewhere to develop new facilities in the UAE. The firm has stated that the solutions it has created for its worldwide operations would undoubtedly find use in the United Arab Emirates. For instance, Masdar intends to create local wind farms to supplement the UAE's relatively poor wind resources. They'll utilize Class 3 turbines that can generate power at low wind speeds. They are also building one of the largest waste-to-energy facilities in the world, which will cost them $1.1 billion. And the units will be able to incinerate around 2/3 of the country's annual residential garbage once operational. The United Nations Environment Program notes that waste-to-energy facilities are not traditionally considered clean energy sources. However, newer plants are significantly cleaner. These facilities utilize cutting-edge technology to achieve very high temperatures during waste combustion. And there have been tests showing that the air from some waste-to-energy chimneys is cleaner than the air going in. So what do you think of the Middle East's efforts in transitioning into clean energy? Make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching till the end. Before you go, make sure to like and subscribe and click the notification bell to trigger YouTube's algorithm and see more of our videos on your homepage. Thanks for watching and see you next time for more interesting videos like this.